Hi, and welcome to the Storeganise demo. This is very much a feature-based demo video, where we're going to look at the two main portals our platform offers. So whether you're a single site or multi-site self-storage business, it's worth noting that both portals are included as part of the software. First, we'll look at the customer portal, which is where your potential customers and existing tenants find your site information, they search and select unit types, pay and e-sign contracts online. And then there's the management portal, a full operating suite for owners, facilities managers, all staff involved in day-to-day operations to manage their respective operations for the business to run smoothly. Before we take the tour, it's worth noting that Storeganise is fully cloud-based and mobile responsive. Many operators now manage their facilities on the go, and many customers expect seamless online booking experiences on mobile devices. So we built Storeganise to support the expectations of self-storage operators, owners, and their tenants. So whether you're testing on a free trial or about to book a demo with our team, please watch the video to the end. It will help you get the most out of the Storeganise functionality. Cheers.
Now, aside from the two portals that are included as part of the overall software, we have add-ons. And the first example of an add-on could be the website. Many operators might need an all-in-one solution, whereby you need a marketing website, a CMS, a content management system that will be enabled in the management portal. The website builder is a fully SEO optimized website that can be built within the management portal. In this example template, we've got different pages set up to view the locations, about us page, contact us pages. One of the benefits here is that you can have these call to action buttons embedded organically into your website. Now, if you already have an existing website, connecting your customer booking portal to your existing website only takes a few seconds. So let's go ahead and look at the customer booking flow. When we click on book now, this is going to take us to the fully rebranded customer booking flow. All of the data and information here is coming live from your management portal. And this includes real-time unit availability and site information as well. And we also have the option of an AI booking assistant, which can be housed within your existing website, a Storeganise website, or housed here within your rebranded customer booking portal. We've got two call to actions here. Help me choose over here, which pops up, and also the booking assistant, which has compare prices, calculate space, upload a photo. Now, as you'll see here, this is going to bring in live information again from your management portal. It's a really great tool to help streamline the booking process, reduce customer support queries about space calculation, and generally reduce friction in the online booking experience by moving people further down the booking flow. On your mobile, you can take photos of the goods that you want to have stored. Take a photo of your bedroom, for example, and the AI assistant will calculate what kind of unit type you're going to need. It will also pick up any promotions that are associated for your site, for your unit types as well. Okay, so let's go through and select a site. And here we come to the different unit types. At this stage, we can make a selection based on the type of units that we want to select. Perhaps we want to see all of the medium-sized unit types. We can make that selection here, and it would categorize just the medium sizes for us. We can be added to a wait list, for example, if there isn't any availability for that particular unit type. But let's go ahead and select a 5x5 unit. Here we're prompted to select specific units off a sitemap. This is an optional feature, very popular feature for many operators, whereby you can prompt your customers to select the exact units that they want from your sitemap. And this sitemap is coming live, fed from your management portal. And here we're now through to the final stages of the booking, where we're going to select the date to move in. Again, we could have set up booking restrictions there as well, if you don't want to accept bookings on a Sunday, for example. And we come through to filling out the form. And here is where we're going to capture the information of your customers. For the sake of the demo, we're asking for very high-level information here. But perhaps for your business, you need additional data points to capture from your customers. Again, you would just have them enabled, set up in your management portal, have them visible to be completed here in the form. Okay, now I've completed those data points here. I'm going to click next to move on to the next phase. Now, what you'll notice is the system has created a profile for me. Okay, this is important for abandoned cart orders. If I was to not complete this booking, then as an operator, you've got my data here stored in the back end as an abandoned order. But we're going to complete this booking and we're going to view the products and services that the operator is offering here. Perhaps you've set up one-off padlock fees or ongoing insurance fees can also be set up here as well. They get added to the cart. Now we're through to the payment section. So depending on where you are in the world, we have a variety of different payment options here. And through the integration with the payment gateway, that's going to tokenize our payment details, bring us back into Storeganise to sign the contract. Okay, so now back into Storeganise, having successfully added my credit card details. Now here is where we do the e-sign. This is included as part of the software. So I'll do the sign the contract, provide a registered signature for this contract. And then we have a final stage in order to submit the booking. And once that booking has been confirmed, we're now in the section of the customer portal. Okay, so I've just logged in as a customer with multiple units. And from here, we can see that I can view my agreement. I can view my invoices. This is a booking that's been going on for a while. So I've got multiple invoices here and the status of those invoices. I'm using an access control integration here. So I've got my access code here as a hyperlink. From my profile, I can view all my invoices. I can update my billing information here. So should my card have expired, the system will prompt me back into here to update my billing information. And this will take me to the checkout, Stripe or other in order to update my billing information. And yeah, essentially from here, this is where your customers are going to manage their relationship with you on a daily basis. For those operators that are migrating data to Storeganise, your new Storeganise customers will have a login. They'd be able to view all this information here as part of the data conversion. And essentially, they'd be able to continue managing their relationship with you within the context of the new Storeganise platform that you're using. Okay, right. So now we've had a look at the customer portal. Let's jump into the management portal. So the management portal is fully browser-based, so all you need is internet connection. And what we're looking at here is our analytics dashboard. This will provide us with all of the reporting and data we need in order to make better decisions based on the data that we're receiving. The dashboard displays the most popular reports, and you can drill down further into these data points by clicking into the revenue, for example. Maybe if you're a multi-site operator, it's going to automatically show all of your sites, but you can drill down and select just one site here. And let's say you want to view a specific month's information, you can come in here, drill down on this particular data and export that file directly, the raw data file. Another important thing to note here is that all of the data, in fact, all data in Storeganise, you can export at any time. And the same goes for this analytics module. In the case here, we can export CSV, Excel, PDF formats. It's worth also noting that through the Open API, some of the larger, more enterprise operators may want to connect this data with a Power BI tool. That's also possible. Okay, now let's jump into the site settings here. And this is where for multi-site operators, you're going to have a list of all of your different sites at a list view, and you can configure your sites in different ways. Perhaps you have multiple sites that have different access controls or different behavior, different configurations. That's all supported within each individual site setting. So let's jump into the central site here. This is going to provide us with real-time data, occupancy, revenue of this particular site. And some other high-level features to look at here would be the job section. So depending on your role, this is where you're going to keep track of your daily operations. For example, here we're seeing that there are 3 move-ins scheduled, and we can jump into one of these move-ins. And here we have all of the information required to manage this particular move-in. The customer, the move-in date, the move-out date, any contracts that have been signed, and any payments, whether there are charges, prepayments, invoices, the status of those invoices are all going to be housed here as well. Some other examples of jobs that might be relevant depending on your role could be abandoned cart orders. And from here, I can see there's a list of customers that have gone through the booking flow but just dropped off. So this is a great way to manage the leads that are coming through your online booking flow. And just a note on the abandoned orders as well as waitlist functionality, we have automated emails that you can configure to send out to those operators. You can also use the API to add further automations to try to win those customers back that maybe have dropped off your online booking flow. Additionally, within the job section, you'll find unit transfers, move-outs, any tasks and reminders that other administrators have added on an invoice or a unit rental. They'll all be housed in here as well. Let's now look at unit types and the sitemap and how you manage the actual units themselves. We have a list view here of all of our units. If you're doing a data conversion, you can easily import all of your units here as well. We have the sitemap. This is a great way to manage your daily operations, and I can look at all of my units, check the available units here, and should there be a walk-in or someone over the phone, you can manage and schedule move-ins directly from the back end here as well. Looking at the unit types, this is where we're going to be configuring all of our different unit types. We might have maybe 5 to 10 different unit types that are quite a similar size, so we can categorize them as small or medium or large. We may also want specific behavior to be related to the same unit sizes. Perhaps you have certain features that you want to charge for within a certain unit type, and this is where we can configure all of these. One thing to note here is the dynamic pricing feature. So this is where you can configure the system to automate the price increases or decreases based on occupancy for that particular unit type. This panel here is showing us what the customer will actually see. So we can add e-commerce-led annotations to help drive promotions and sell more units online. The further settings within the context of the site are around products and services. Here, these are the products and services that we had set up, advanced settings as well, automation settings to help drive automated online move-ins, and our add-ons as well. This is the award-winning Add-ons Marketplace, where we can manage different integrations at the site level. And let's just say a customer's called in and we want to quickly go straight through to their booking. we would just come into here. This is going to show us the latest bookings. We have an overview of this particular customer. I can see move in. This is going to give us all the information we need for this particular unit rental. Here is where we have multiple actions that we can take, operationally speaking. For example, transferring to another unit, collecting a prepayment, scheduling a rent change, and so on. Okay, let's move on to the user section of the management portal. Here we have a list view of all users that are connected to your account. They could be customers and also team users as well. And you can create your own labels here to very easily distinguish and label certain customers or users depending on your needs. Within the invoicing section, again, this is where we have a list view of all of our invoices. And from here, we can make some quick selections to drill down at the site's one specific site. We can view the various states of invoices, select the date range, any other labels that have been set up. Then also at a global view, we can view all payments. These are all payments that have come into Storeganise and the different methods that have been set up for those payments as well. An important thing to note here is the ability to export data. So if I come to the invoices, we can export data. When we export data from Storeganise, we have the option to just select the data points that we need for that particular export. Okay, so you can come in here and select the data points that you need for a certain export, whether that's a CSV or Excel file, you can export that data here. And this allows you to consolidate that data with external systems that we may not be integrated with. So let's go into the main settings now. And this is going to be your control room. All system settings going to be held here. We have our general settings, branding settings, where you upload your logo, your brand colors. These are going to be immediately reflected in the rebranded customer booking portal and all emails. Speaking of emails, we have various different emails that Storeganise is going to send to your customers based on certain triggers. They can be invoice related, invoice reminders, general login and profile emails, and also the self-storage emails. Here we can see the move-in abandoned email that I mentioned earlier. Also the wait list, where customers are automatically added to a wait list, totally customizable. And they also support the ability to insert various variables, custom fields that you've set up as well. I mentioned the website earlier. Here we can see each page. If I click into the homepage, for example, this is where you can drag and drop and change block types and upload your images, upload your content, and it's all totally SEO enabled as well. Now, one big differentiator with Storeganise is our invoicing logic. So Storeganise has built out the invoicing module from the ground up. So you have tons of flexibility here as to how you want Storeganise to invoice your customers, whether that's automatic, manual, various invoice generation settings you can set up here as well. If you're an existing business, this is going to help you match the current invoicing with how you currently run things. And if you have an invoicing accounting platform such as Xero or QuickBooks, this is where you'll be able to sync all of your invoice related data with your accounting software. Speaking of integrations, if I come into the Add-ons Marketplace, this is the Innovation Award-winning Add-ons Marketplace. Here we're going to find all of our integrations, whether that's access control, payments, accounting software, whether that's CRMs like HubSpot. And it's worth noting here that we're continuously adding new integrations. We have the open API and the open infrastructure. So we're currently at 35 integrations, but that's always growing constantly. And thanks to the open API, this provides us with many other options. Should there not be an add-on that's available out of the box, we can come into the developer settings and we can view the API documentation and see what kind of automations and what kind of integrations that we can build ourselves. This also looks at the customer portal integrations, so you can connect your customer booking flow with Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics to help you with leads and conversions. And if you're ever stuck in Storeganise, you can reach out to the customer support team. I highly recommend looking at our Google reviews to see what other operators using Storeganise think of our customer support. It's 5 stars. And we also have the Academy here, where we've got tons of video content explaining all different parts of the system that's going to help you and your new staff ramp up with your new Storeganise account. And finally, if you come into the team section here, is where you invite all of your team members with the different roles to give them the permissions they need to do their job. So I hope you enjoyed the demo. Storeganise is currently supporting 350 plus operators globally in 50 different countries. We're always happy to help. We're always happy to accept feedback from operators about the system because we're constantly evolving. And please book a demo with us today and hope to see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.